Well, folks, the new numbers came out this week, and it has revealed that Donald Trump spent more than $50 million of his donors' money from his super PACs on his legal fees in the year 2023 alone. But Trump's allowed to do that. Okay, nobody's alleging any kind of wrongdoing here. And to be honest, according to interviews from his, small dollar donors, the average, Trump supporter out there, they're totally fine with him using this money to pay his legal fees. So there's nothing illegal about it. And the people giving him the money actually seem to like it. But there is still a major problem that Donald Trump has with this, because he is bleeding his super PACs dry to the point where he might run out of money to run for president because he's spending all of this cash on his legal fees that, of course, are only increasing as this year goes on. I mean, he does technically have multiple different trials that are still technically on the schedule for this year. Many of them may get pushed down the road, but that doesn't mean he's not going to have to pay his lawyers throughout that whole time. So the legal fees are going to increase, especially if the trials begin, and that means less money in those super PACs. But Donald Trump has raised a couple $100 million, right? Well, let's not forget, in addition to the roughly 50 to 55 million, according to the reports, that he spent on his legal fees, he's also spent roughly the same amount on television advertising because he's still running in a primary. So he spent over $100 million last year alone. And a lot of his donors, the small dollar donors, kind of tapped out a little bit. They may not have enough money. They may not be able to give enough money to refill Donald Trump's coffers when it comes time for him to actually run a national campaign. Because right now it's been focused on the states because that's where he's running in the primary. But here's how bad the situation is. When Donald Trump started his run for the presidency, he started a new super PAC because his existing super PAC, Save America, is not allowed to support his candidacy. He can use it to pay his legal fees, and Save America is where the legal fees have been coming from. And that's the one most people are giving money to. But he had to start Make America Great Again Incorporated as the one supporting his presidential run. So when that started, obviously it didn't have any money, right? So Save America sent $60 million over to Make America Great Again. And as Save America continued to pay those legal fees and run out of money, the Make America Great Again had to refund the money they had initially put in because they needed that money back to pay for his legal fees. So he's robbing Peter to pay Paul, taking money out of one to put it in the other after he had already done the opposite because he's got no money to pay his legal fees. And if he continues to hemorrhage this money by paying the most incompetent lawyers we've ever seen on the planet, he's not going to have the funds necessary to run for president. And this comes at a time, by the way, when Democrats in the last quarter of last year raised $97 million. President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are outraising Donald Trump in ways I didn't think were even possible. Nikki Haley in the last 6 months outraised Donald Trump. So he is in a real financial pinch. And if he continues to spend this money on his legal fees, he's not going to have anything left to actually run for president. Ring of Fire is just a few subscribers short of hitting that 1 million subscriber milestone. So if you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so and stay up to date with all of the latest from Ring of Fire.